How do you choose a text?
Well, there are several different ways in which to choose a text. The best one, I believe, is that we engage, maybe not all the time, but very often, in expounding a whole book of the Bible, or maybe the whole of the Sermon on the Mount, or the Upper Room Discourse, or the Epistle to the Philippians, or the book of Jonah, or whatever. So if we are expounding a whole book and maybe taking 20 or 30 Sundays over it, then our text is given us. We know what it was last week, then we know what it's going to be this week. It's the next part of... That's the most healthy way in which to decide on a text. The second one, I suppose, is the season of the year. Even if churches are not liturgical churches, many of them will observe Christmas and Good Friday and Easter Day and Ascension Day and Pentecost and so on. That's the second way. And the third way, I think, is that we need to preach out of our own experience. And while we're reading and studying the Bible every day, and ideas for sermons come to us while we're reading, I think it is a good idea to allow one's mind to follow. All of us have momentary flashes of inspiration, sometimes at the most awkward moments, when somebody else is speaking, or on the top of a bus, or in the middle of the night. And I always say, seize these moments of inspiration. They're all too rare. But when we get them and God seems to be speaking to us, then I want to get out of bed and get out the notepad I keep at the side of my bed always and write down. Sometimes I prepare sermons in my dreams. My secretary is always very amused with this, and my study assistant. But I do. Sometimes while I'm dreaming, the sermon takes shape, you know. And then, of course, I write it down immediately I've woken up. So seize the moment of inspiration.